Gentlemen, welcome to Off the Reel Sessions here where we do a 10 to 15 minute interview with the band or artist that just performed. But before we jump into that, I'd like to say a thank you to our sponsor out of Nashville, Tennessee, Coburn's Exclusive, and then all of our Patreons who support us on a weekly and monthly basis. If you'd like to become a supporter, it's as little as $5 a month. And it goes up to $25 as well. It's patreon.com/onthemarkstudio. It helps us continue on with these productions every single week. But I'm going to go ahead and turn my attention to the incredible band that was just on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Osara. Hey, y'all.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, thanks so much for joining us tonight, man. You guys are absolutely incredible. Definitely the heaviest band we've had on the show so far. So I'm sitting here going, yeah, man, I'm sitting there rocking the whole time. Like, yes, this is great. Absolutely great. So let's kind of jump in. First, like, how did you guys meet and how did you come together? And we'll start with that. Yeah, Colton.
How did we meet? Us
Yeah.
two have been in a band called Osara for a while, and Alex came on board from our previous drummer, and then this man was the final. Graham Scotland was the final addition. So we've been, us four, two to three, yep.
2, 3.
The band was started in high school. I started the band with some friends, and as people move on, we've all gone through a lot of different stuff and done a lot of different stuff. So super happy to be playing with these guys, and they're amazing musicians. So fun people.
Many evolutions to end up where you're at right now.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and we're going to dive into kind of just who you are as individuals too. So, Colton, why don't you tell everybody how long you've been playing and kind of what you're doing and what influenced you and so on.
I love these kind of questions. So I've been playing since I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I started playing drums because my brother, my older brother, played drums and left his drum set at the house. And so when he went to college, I got to beat on it a little bit.
Hey.
And started that. My dad and mom have always played, and I have a very musical family, so kind of picked up guitar and started singing maybe around 13, but kind of fast forward 4 or 5 years and started meeting these guys, started Osara. That began the journey. I've been playing with my parents in the Killer Bees band for since I was 15. Yeah. 15.
That's how we met.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw you in the Killer Bees at Zorba's. One night.
Yeah. It was
And
like
I was-
I said Halloween, Valentine's Day, I believe.
Something like that. It was a long, probably a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there. I was just, man, this kid on guitar, just absolutely. I didn't even know his name at that point. And I was like, man, this kid's nasty. And then he started singing, and I'm like, holy hell.
See, I heard about you too. Someone said Marcus Golan is here, and I'm like, who's Marcus Golan?
Yeah.
You guys you don't know Marcus Golan?
No.
So,
Yeah.
I heard some stuff about you, and I was like, let's talk to this guy.
Yeah.
No, we talk to this guy.
He's trash.
No trash.
So, but yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the
What's up, man?
your name, your age. Are you single?
No, I am not. I'm not. Let me make that clear in case in case the girlfriend is watching. No, I'm 23. I'm Leo Silva. I think I've probably been playing since probably about the same, probably since I was about like maybe 10 or so. And I've pretty much always started on drums and stuff. I couldn't play the drums if I wanted to. I've tried once and it was just immediate fail. So I've been guitar forever, always. And I think I actually started the wrong way. Most people go acoustic to electric. I threw myself into the fire with electric, and then I picked up an acoustic. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
I can't do this.
that's how I feel. I only play acoustic. I can't. I'm really horrible at electric.
It's
I've
really
been
different.
the strings too much because I play with 13s
Mhm.
on my acoustic. So they're like, yeah, like it's crazy. But you've been playing that long, man. You totally shred.
Thank you.
Man, I was getting some good shots of you. Like,
Oh, awesome. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, no, it was incredible, man. You're an absolutely incredible guitar player.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being on the show with us tonight.
Thank you, man. We're honored to be here. Like I said, this is the first show I think we've all got to play together, and yeah, since before everything.
Which
went
was
south.
the last song that you guys just played.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Quarantine. Like I said, we didn't bring
Plan
this
that.
on anybody. We didn't predict. We didn't Nostradamus this or anything, but kind of just played out that way. But no, we're just excited just to be able to play again. It's been so long.
It's a good feeling to be back on stage.
Oh, it is. It is. Even with nobody here, you know, like, we got all you guys, and that feels pretty awesome. At least to have somebody.
Well, I was watching the stream the whole time. Everybody's enjoying you guys.
Cool, man.
Just giving feedback and rocking with you, man.
That's good to
So
hear.
that's the reason kind of why we started this.
Cool.
But let's go on to Mr. Bassman.
Here you go, brother.
What up, yo? Like the bass player. Who gave the bass player a mic, dude? Jeez. I don't know what to do. What do I do with my hands? What's up, yo?
What's your name?
My name is Alex. I've been playing bass forever, dude. I've been playing bass for. I don't know if a lot of people ask me that. I assume that's like what you would probably ask me. It's like, why do you play the bass?
Yeah.
Because that's what everyone asks me, and I don't know. Everybody has always needed a bass player.
Yeah.
And like when I was like in middle school, I always had like they always needed a bass player like at this thing they did at my middle school, and so I just started doing it, and no one wanted to do it, but I always thought it was really fun, and I've always been stuck with the bass player role ever since I was like in high school, and then when I met my last band, then when I met these dudes, and I've just been stuck with it. I got that right there, and
Hey.
I do.
Oh, so you play more
I do. I
instruments.
play guitar. I can play the keys. I suck at the drums. I'm really bad.
Really? So you do producing as well?
I do. I went to college at Full Sail University, so
Oh.
I got a degree from there in music production.
Yeah.
So I do. I did a lot of that. Kind of went to school for it. Learned all the nine about
I've
writing
been
songs.
in those
and stuff
studios
like that.
multiple times.
Oh yeah, dude, the place is awesome.
Yeah,
like, when
no,
we
it's
went down
great.
there, it's weird because I went there. Like got my whole degree from there,
Yeah.
and never went there. Never went there one time. I did everything online. And it was like just making music in my bedroom, just
Yeah.
like chilling, because you can do that nowadays, which is really cool. And like I walked in, and it was just like this crazy stuff. I'm like, God, why didn't I go here? Like I feel like I went here, but I didn't really go here.
Yeah.
You know, it was the first time I'd ever been there. And but yeah, those studios are dope.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I moved here from Orlando. That's actually where I
Oh,
like
sweet.
I met so many Full Sail graduates being in Universal and Disney and
Mhm.
all that stuff. So like it's
Yeah,
a great
dude.
school.
It is, man.
It's
Yeah.
really they produce some incredible people in the industry.
Oh
so.
yeah. Yeah, Luis Cruz. He does all our videos and stuff. He graduated from Full Sail, and he's awesome. Like he went out to California, did a bunch of freelance stuff out there. He's done stuff here. He's done all our music videos. He's developing a nice little catalog. But he went Luis Cruz. If you need video stuff, he can help you. You can hit us up, and we'll
Shout
we'll put
out
you in
to
contact.
Luis.
Shout out to Luis. If he's watching, bro, what's up, dude? Hope you like the jams, dude. Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah.
talk to the drummer. What's up?
You thought it
man?
was bad to give the bass player a mic.
I know, right?
What's up, everybody? I'm Graham. I was
Hey.
crafted in my dad's puppet workshop at about 1992 because he knew he needed a drummer at some point. He's a really musical guy. His name's John. I don't know if any of you, I know these guys know him, but if any of you guys out there, John's Collins, really great dude. He's been playing around town for, 40 years now, since the late 80s, mid to late 80s.
Yeah.
And I started out playing guitar when I was maybe 6, and just guitar and bass. And I was like, I got to a point where it was like, I got pretty good at it, but I couldn't get any better because my finger dexterity is crap.
Yeah.
And I started watching one of his drummers, Jeremy Roberson. Like, shout out Jeremy.
Yes.
And for some reason, I thought, yeah, I could do that. Why not? Got a drum set at 12 years old, and the rest is history, man.
And Jeremy's a beast, dude.
Oh, he's a monster.
Yeah,
I'd have no reason to ever think I could do what he does, but I did for some reason, and
He's
here we are.
insane, dude. His individual, like, watching him work while he's playing. I remember the first time I saw him play was actually in Nashville.
Mhm.
He was playing for an artist. Her name's Heidi Burson. But we've been running in the same circles. But then I saw him play. I'm like, oh my Lord! So to have somebody to look up like that,
Yeah.
that's
First time I saw him play, I was 11. And my dad, okay, so I probably shouldn't have been at this gig, but my dad brought me to the Blue Martini.
okay.
Because he was running sound for Jeremy playing drums, a guy named Greg Studley, who, if you guys don't know who he is, he was around town for a while. He's one of the most phenomenal guitar players I've ever seen in my life. And a guy named Bill Spangler, and they were doing just a jazz trio. And Greg was my guitar teacher. And again, he's just crazy. And I was watching Greg, and I was like, there's no way I can do that. He's just flying all over the fretboard, knowing exactly where to go. Every note he hits is right, and I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy goes into a solo and puts a blindfold on and starts doing, 64th notes with one foot and like doing stick tricks and going, and I was like, yeah, look, that
Yeah, I want to do that.
maybe.
I feel
And
that.
then it was Rush DVDs in my living room for 10 years, as you can see
Rest
from
in peace,
my kid.
Neil.
Yeah, rest in pease, Neil. That killed me.
Yeah.
That was awful.
That was a dark day.
We
yeah,
don't
we
have-
don't. Yeah, we
can-
don't.
can
have
we-
to-
let's just move on.
We could skip it. All right. Did you play in any other bands before Osara?
Yeah, I'm in another band called The Haves right now.
Okay.
We're sort of on a little hiatus for now, but we're gonna come back sometime summertime. It's looking like. And before then, I was in a band called Face Down for a little while. Played a few shows around. I played with a guy named Ryan Atkinson for a little while.
We had him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool guy.
Yes.
Cool guy, man.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then stopped playing for a little while and met up with the Haves and started playing with them. And I've known Colton since high school, so it was like when their last drummer was thinking about leaving, he was like, "Hey man, you want to play with Osara? Why haven't you called me sooner?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, what I saw, your guys' chemistry is incredible.
Oh yeah, man. It's really cool playing with these dudes. They're
Yeah.
all really, really great guys. For sure.
I mean, I know you guys have done some videos and you've done some recordings. You want to? We can talk about some previous stuff, but let's also talk about some stuff that you guys have coming out. So whoever wants to take the mic on that.
So we are steadfast on the writing train on
Yeah.
a lot of songs. We have some stuff. We're kind of a behind the scenes work group.
Yeah.
We should share more stuff, and we will share more stuff for you guys. We promise. That means that we're actually doing stuff, but we're not sure of ourselves sometimes. So we just got to drink a little bit and then record it again, and then we're like, yeah, we like this.
Welcome to the
No.
artist life, right?
Yeah, for sure. But just the way that the Apocalypse album came together, Leo had tons of ideas. We all have a lot of ideas. What is difficult, at least to me, as far as being a band leader, singer, guitar player, whatever, is piecing together awesome ideas. And everybody in this band brings awesome ideas to my part, to his part, to So we all collaborate really intensely with, hey, what about this note? What about this timing?
Yeah.
And because of that, we continually rewrite. And a lot of the songs that we play live, Back to Me and a couple of others, those are staples that we've played live the same way for a long time. But throughout the evolution of the group, as other people came in, and just as I've grown older and played more types of music and more stuff, we improvise, we rewrite, we restructure.
Yeah, incorporate from other new aspects.
Yeah. And so it's the body of work that Osara has under our belt as far as recorded music, and unrecorded music continually changes up until the point it's not final till it's final. Yeah, and when it gets vinyl, about 6 months later, we'll do something different to it. And so when you come out and see us at a show, you're gonna say, know that song. I know that song. There we go. What was that intro? That was kind of cool. You might say that.
Live is live, man.
Live is live, and that's what we do, man. We love playing live, and in the studio the last couple times, shout out to Archer Avenue, Kenny McWilliams is the man. Yeah, and we're gonna shout out again to Tyler Northam. We did a couple songs in studio live, and we'd never done that before.
Yeah.
I'm a very control freaky,
Yeah.
like you said, want to make sure my stuff is dead on.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I've kind of decided that there's something magic about that first time,
That's
first
right.
couple times,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and you catch that lighting in a bottle. So we did. Thank you. We're gonna let Lale talk because
No, I saw that video, Whipping Post. That was absolutely incredible.
My idea, by the way. Thanks.
Yeah. No, because I've been listening to the Allman Brothers my whole life, and like to see you guys do that was absolutely incredible. So if you haven't seen that video, go make sure you look up Osara and Whipping Post. It's on YouTube. It's absolutely incredible. Great, an incredible cover of an incredible band. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
So-
man. That song was a difficult one to tackle, and I was the one. I'll be the first one to say I vetoed, I shut down this man's idea for months because I said, look, it's like Freebird, it's like Skinner, it's like this or that. You don't touch it unless you're going to knock it out of the park. And
Yeah.
we had a point in the middle of quarantine, initially, what is it, March maybe? Right after everything hit, we all got locked down and everything, and we were like, dude, we're about to bust out the seams. So we had to play, and we got together, and it's like, hey, let's just play some covers to warm up. He's like, let's do Whipping Post. I'm like, let me pull the lyrics up. After we did it, we're like, that felt really good.
Yeah.
Jeez, like let's go record this now. And so that's how that happened. But yeah, we at this point are working on tracking some covers, some original stuff that we are in the process of writing that I think you guys, if you dig this album, you're going to notice that there are threads in all of our songs and albums that kind of wrap around. There's themes in our music in general, bluesy, hard rock, on the edge of metal.
And Graham had mentioned that you guys are going to be going in the studio in a couple months. Is that what you're going to be working on, is the covers and the originals?
Covers and originals. I am original primarily because that's what we do. So we're working out timing and figuring out the
Tell me a little bit about your recording process. I know you were saying that before you're a little bit more regimented, and now you're kind of going more towards the organic side of things. I'd like to know kind of, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to know your process. Is it changing? You know, what past versus present, and you know.
From I haven't been in the band for every album. I recorded Apocalypse with the boys, but I wasn't around for the original self-titled EP.
Yeah.
But so I'm from then on. So when we first started, we did everything kind of individually. So like we would do like. We'd have like an idea, we'd all sit and we'd all play the song, but we'd just be DI'd and just have DI kind of tracks that we use, and we record drums, and then we record bass, and then we do guitar, and then we'll do all that stuff. And we've done that kind of to a degree, like recently, like, but we always like track live originally, so the drums are live, like that's good, so they have that live feel about them, and then everything else you're just kind of layering guitars on top of that and just staying on time with the drums.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it goes, right? So like. We did that, but we all like Whipping Post is like all live. Everything is live, like so. Except for like vocals, I think Colton went back and just tightened up vocals a little bit, but he was singing live like when we did it. So like it's all like organic and everything. But yeah, that's kind of how we do it now, and I like the live stuff. It's awesome. Like I think it sounds great. Just going in there and crushing it.
Just gives you a certain feeling.
I'm definitely partial to doing like live one take drums.
Yeah.
So it takes a little longer sometimes, but I think like they were saying, the feel of it, just specifically drum wise, it's just the way to go.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, that's kind of how we do it. Yeah,
But going into the studio, are you going to approach it based off of how you approach Whipping Post?
Not always. Not always. It's song to song.
Yeah, I heard
feel
you
like,
mention that. Yeah.
I feel like if you have like an original piece and you've written it, and it's like you wrote it, and you know exactly like what you're gonna play.
Yeah.
That's like a lot different than taking like Whipping Post or whatever cover song you're gonna do that kind of just has like a chord progression that all the Allman Brothers did something with, and it's like, well, that's one of the times I do a lot of that in the studio. I'm kind of freeform because I play bass, so I can kind of add stuff in as I go. So when I go into the studio, like I have my parts like locked in. I know what I'm gonna play, the notes I'm gonna play, but I like to do a lot of improv stuff in the studio. Like I like to just play around with stuff, and if it doesn't sound good, you can always play the simpler thing, or you can always go back and play the more complicated thing, or you can work with your guys.
Some incredible ideas just come out of that.
Yeah.
And then you pick just that one little part, and you're like, okay, let's expand off of that one little part. Yeah.
It really is like that. It really is like that. And so like it's like he said, it's very song to song what kind of stuff we do, or like how we do it, or like what's the best way to tackle it, or because there have been so many times we've been in the studio and we were like, I can't believe that worked out.
Yeah.
And we're like it just works out, and we have really good chemistry with Kenny.
Yeah.
Like Kenny. Kenny is one. I've recorded every album that I've ever been a part of from my previous bands to this band has been recorded at that studio. And I have nothing but great things to say about him. So if you live in Columbia or South Carolina or in the United States or in the world, go to Archer Avenue and see my boy Kenny. He'll make you sound good no matter what kind of band you are.
So tell me a little bit about any live shows you guys got coming up. Do you have anything on the books right now?
Yeah, honestly, I guess as far as original, I mean, we're kind of looking to get it back started up, kind of start to book stuff. The three of us are actually in an Ozzy tribute band.
Oh, sweet.
That we have coming up. We're doing a show down in Myrtle Beach.
Cool.
A Suck Bang Blow. And at the Senate in Columbia. And that one's actually first. What's the date on that one? May 8th. May 8th.
Get your tail down to the Senate and see Flying High Again.
Flying High Again. That's the Ozzy tribute. So we got that kind of going, and just looks like the world's kind of starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
So we're
Finally.
Mid to late summer, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
For live shows for us.
yeah, we would definitely love to. This is awesome. We want to do this again, but we'd also love to get back in front of some people, some actual get some venues that we've been
where
to
everybody
before.
in the room is vibing together.
Yeah, it's just a different feeling.
Yes,
you
it
know?
is.
It's
I
very
agree.
Missed, very missed.
Well, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, I enjoy this because I know that people at home are watching, and a lot of the streams you guys have done. I mean, I'm watching, I'm smiling, I'm like, Stank Face killed it.
Yeah,
You guys
Stank
are
Face was
awesome.
great last week.
I mean, all of the artists you have on, kick total.
Yeah, but
I
even
like.
PG-13 is questionable these days.
I play music, man, like from 2 in the morning to 3 or 4 in the morning, 3 or 4 nights a week. I wake up at random times and play guitar, and I come home and I play guitar. Playing by yourself is one thing, but knowing that you're playing and someone else is listening, and they're at least liking it or they're having a good time, they're enjoying it. You know, from playing it live as much as you do, that's an addictive thing. But it's nice to do it for other people. Doing it for myself is the way I've always done it. So when people come out and say, "Hey, I really like this song," or "This meant this to me," that means the world, because I'm going to do it for myself regardless. But I want other folks to enjoy it, because there's not really a point in going out and playing if you're not going to be touching people's lives.
That's right. And when actually. We had this moment this last Saturday. We were down, Colton and I were down in Naples playing a corporate show, and we were just doing party song after party song after party song, and there's 700 people in the audience, right? And I remember I just stopped. We were in Treasure, and we just stopped, and I switched gears and did this song by a friend of mine out of Louisiana that nobody's ever heard before, and you just felt the whole atmosphere in the place change. And that's when the whole show changed, and then everybody was in one accord again, and that's what I'm saying, that feeling, in front of an audience, you don't get that, very often, to be honest, those magical moments. Yeah.
That's why I kind of like tonight having at least you guys here to play for.
Yeah.
I know the live stream was going on, sure, but having people actually physically here watching us.
Yeah.
Was definitely a boon to me and kept my energy up. At least I felt like it did.
We're gonna shout out to Chris for rocking out.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Chris.
Chris is out here.
Shout out to
I
Chris.
threw some metal horns a couple times because, man, that's why we do it.
Stuff's metal, man. Yeah, dude, it's cool. I do some live streaming too, so I know it's weird to, when you're doing it, you feel like you're just by yourself, or you're just playing, and even because when we play, normally you hear people go yeah, or whatever, and you get done, you go, there's people, they're doing it, they're watching. We don't know how many there are, but there's people. So I kind of try to I don't know. It's a
Well,
weird
I know you
thing.
guys made some new fans tonight. I know that for sure.
Word.
Yeah, I know that for sure.
We love that.
So why don't we tell those new fans how they can follow you? Let's talk about the social media and how they can stay in touch with you.
Well, we post most of our events on Facebook. We do have our YouTube channel, and our Facebook is just Osara Music, and then YouTube is Osara Official. Instagram is Osara Official.
We've got Spotify.
And Spotify, Apple Music, just Osara. But if you type in Osara Official or Osara Music, you can find us everywhere.
So we've also got some physical copies of CDs for this apocalypse, and we're signing those, and we're sending it on to people. We've had a couple of people purchase CDs in the past month. That's really cool. It makes me feel somebody's supporting us, and that's really cool. So thank you to the folks that bought some CDs. You know who you are, and we hope that you find them well, and they don't cause you to get speeding tickets like we all have.
Well, y'all heard it straight from Osara themselves. Make sure you can just Google them, Osara band, or you can rewind this video once it gets done. Can you rewind a digital video? You just skip back, I guess. Just skip.
Osara
Yeah,
Official.
I really just showed my age. I'm turning 30. Yeah. It's in the comments. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, it's in the comments. So make sure you click.
Yes, and you should also be taping this.
You smash that subscribe button on the VHS.
So this has been one of the most fun interviews that I've done so far. Once again, make sure that you go to patreon.com/onthemarkstudio. Consider being a sponsor on a monthly basis for as little as $5 a month. A shout out to Coburn's Exclusive out of Nashville, Tennessee. Make sure you go like, subscribe on the Mark Studio on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. But thank you so much for joining us for Off the Reel session. Next week, we have Noel Lindler from 8 p.m. to... What? We're off. We're off next week. Okay, sorry, my producer's yelling at me from behind the cameras. Oh, yeah,
Happy
no.
birthday!
Yeah, sorry. I am. Yeah, no, we're taking off next Monday because I'm turning 30. Go me. I'm turning 30. Dirty 30. But the following week, we'll have Noel Lindler and the Bank Walkers from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Osara, for joining us. It's so good to meet you guys, to get to know you even more. You guys have a great night. Thanks for joining us.